Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Salute. Salute to everybody in the building. Salute. And we got to give you a special edition of Raw. And if you support the IBFP, go ahead and hit that like button. Show you support the IBFP. And I'm going to give you that real and that Raw today. Salute to everybody. Immortal Fox, Willie Williams, Unbiased, Juan Trevino, Boxing Monster, E-Punch, Francisco, Beast Mode, Mark, Billy. I see everybody. I appreciate it. Everybody hit that like button and let's go. Because we don't have time to play or play games with anybody. And if there's a fanboy on the call, a fanboy in the chat, I know there is somewhere and you're hiding. So if you want to step up, you want to get smoked, please come get it right now because I'm not going to play. It's no time to play. We're ready to go. So if you're a fanboy, you want to challenge me on any topics, come get it now. Salutes to Alex. Come get it now. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start. And the first thing I got to start with is this. Eddie Reynoso reveals Canelo Alvarez 4-fighter short list for May 2020. 4-fighter short list for May 2020. And so his next 4 fighters potentially could be Gennady Golovkin, Callum Smith, John Ryder, or Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, John Ryder, Callum Smith, and Gennady Golovkin. Come on now. Come on now. All of those are good names. All of those are quality names. All of those names make sense. Mark Lee says, call out Akai TV. Akai TV, if you want that smoke, come get it. If you're tired of sitting at home with your daddy, Dante, I understand that, you see Akai and he basically does everything his daddy, Dante, tell him to do. This ain't the Whataburger drive-thru. You're going to have to bring them facts and that smokes for me, son. That's what you're going to have to do. So if we're not going to play no games. So let's break down the potential fighters and who they got. Because I have no problem with Canelo Alvarez facing Callum Smith. Because you see the haters in the biased community want to come out and say it's trash and got all these issues, but we're not going to play any games with it. And you know why? Because Callum Smith, undefeated world champion. Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated world champion. Gennady Golovkin, world champion. John Ryder, he arguably beat Callum Smith, probably one of the biggest robberies in boxing. And Canelo is considering giving him a chance. All of these 4 fighters have something to bring to the table. And guess what else Canelo has the reason why all 4 of these are considered. Let me tell you why. Because all of these guys are willing or already fighting at 168 pounds, and that includes Gennady Golovkin. So if everybody's willing to fight at 168 and Canelo Alvarez is moving down slowly, why would he just drop down to 160? It makes sense to slowly move down. That's how you make mistakes. Look at Kell Brook and Errol Spence. The dude weight drained himself trying to make a massive jump from 160 to 147. You don't do that. That's not what the best do. And that's why he's doing it. That's why he's moving down slowly. He's making the decision to move down to 168 instead of 160 right away. That's how you do it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the best does. That's what makes sense. Now you get all these people crying about, well, what about Demetrius Andrade? Well, what about Jamal Charlo? First of all, Jamal Charlo got to stop cherry picking everybody at 154 pounds. You got to fight somebody at 160. He straight out ducking Demetrius Andrade. He straight out ducked, Danny Jacobs. He straight out ducked any and everybody at 160 pounds so he can fight little guys moving up in weight. And the reason why he's doing it is because he's trying to save his O for that Canelo Alvarez payday. We ain't stupid. We know what you're doing, you clown. And anybody support that is an obvious clown. If you support that and you think Canelo's ducking Charlo, please step in the chat and get bodied right now. Right now. And Jim Calhoun, let me tell you what about the troll Jim Calhoun. This is the type of guy that listens to the whole podcast, give me a thumbs up, and then as soon as the podcast ends, he's the first comment in the comment section because he don't want no smoke. He don't want no, he's the Jamal Charlo of fanboys. Let's stop playing. This ain't D. Jefferson. This the IBFP. We come with nothing but smoke, facts, unbiased, and honest. Salute to D. Jefferson. Salute. But look, and then we get to Demetrius Andrade. Let's get to Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade could have already fought. He could have already fought Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs and Demetrius Andrade both said before Danny fought Canelo Alvarez that they have an agreement in place to not fight each other unless there's a massive career-defining payday. Unless there's a massive career-defining payday. So let me ask you this. Danny Jacobs got his massive career-defining payday from Canelo Alvarez. Demetrius Andrade said that he thought Danny Jacobs did enough to win the fight. So if you thought Danny Jacobs did enough to win the fight and you badly want the Canelo Alvarez payday, you badly want that opportunity, you feel like you can expose and shut down Canelo Alvarez, then go fight Danny Jacobs and prove to the world that you're at a whole nother level. A whole nother level. And Willie Williams. And you know what? I appreciate you, Willie. I appreciate you. Willie Williams, the first guy that had the heart to step up to the plate. Salute to you, Willie Williams. Salute to you. It looked like he on that Jarrell Miller juice. Looking at this picture, you look like you're on that Jarrell Miller juice, boy. But let's dig right into it. He said, IBFP, I think Bud Crawford is doing the same thing you say Charlo is doing. So answer me this, Willie Williams. Who at 140 pounds has Bud Crawford fought right now? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because Bud Crawford just knocked out in his first fight at the welterweight division a world champion in Jeff Horn. Then he come back and beat Jose Benavidez. So who is Bud Crawford doing? How is Bud Crawford doing what Charlo's doing? But and didn't, Bud Crawford then called out everybody in the welterweight division. He said, hey, I'll smoke anybody in the welterweight division, and yet no one is answering the call. He even said that he would fight Sean Porter. Sean Porter is waiting on Manny Pacquiao. You must not be up to date, my brother. You must got them dreads wrapped too tight because you missing the message here. You missing the message here. Bud Crawford wants all the smoke. All the smoke. Willie Williams, I'd be happy to debunk anything else you got to say in regards to that. And salute to Beast Mode. Go Beats Mode. That's the sponsor of the IBFP. Go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, that's family right there. But let's keep it going because these dudes don't want it. These dudes do not want it. These dudes don't want it. The whole DAZN roster is ducking Demetrius Andrade. You're absolutely right. But Demetrius Andrade, knowing you're in that position, you got to make the fight that's available to be made. You got to go out and challenge Danny Jacobs. You got to go out and challenge Sergey Deverenchenko because Demetrius Andrade and Sergey Deverenchenko both had a fight already agreed to, already planned, and then one guy said that he didn't want to fight, and then the other guy said he didn't want to fight. So Andrade and Deverenchenko had already agreed, and then they both came back and said, well, we don't really want to fight. The money's not right. So Demetrius Andrade, you got to fight Deverenchenko now because he's your only real option. You got to end up fighting, Danny Jacobs. He's your only real option. Those are the fights you need to make. Salute to Mexico. Salute to Mexico. I see you, my brother. I see you. We trying to give everybody the shout out. We see everybody. Salute to the chat. Salute to Manuel. Salute to you, my brother. And see, nobody want to fight Terrence Crawford. Nobody's trying to fight Terrence Crawford. But at the same time, these guys only want to fight Canelo for the payday. Salute to Eric. I see you, my brother. I appreciate the love. Come on now. So let me ask you this. Who would fight Canelo if it wasn't for a payday? Because Jamal Charlo wouldn't even ask for it if it wasn't for a payday. This dude's so desperate for the payday, he must got back due child support the way he begging Canelo Alvarez for this check. That's what he got. He got back due, past due child support. He's talking about going to Mexico to get knocked out. Stop playing. Stop playing. These dudes don't want it. And then everybody want to compare to Terrence Crawford. It doesn't make sense. You can't compare the two situations. Terrence Bud Crawford was an undisputed champ at 140 pounds, wants all the smoke at 147, and nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Go Beast Mode says Ego versus IBFP. Let's make it happen. Now, here's the interesting thing. If Boxing Ego ever wanted to do a KSI versus Logan Paul with the IBFP, let him know I'm all for it. We can make it happen. We can find a gym. We can reach out to Eddie Hearn. We can get it going because I guarantee you he gets stopped in 6. Don't play. He gets stopped in 6. Spence is not the man of the division. He is not the money man of the division. Manny Pacquiao is. Manny Pacquiao is the biggest payday. You have to understand, Terrence Bud Crawford and Amir Khan made more than what Errol Spence made with Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter. So why are you avoiding Terrence Bud Crawford? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. These dudes don't want the real smoke. These dudes don't want the real smoke. Come on now. Jamal Charlo does not want to take a risky fight or a hard fight before he gives up that O. He wants to give up that O to Canelo Alvarez. He wants Canelo to pop his cherry. We all know what he wants. We all know what he's begging for. But he don't want to fight nobody. He's knocking over your neighborhood supermarket tomato can section. This is all he wants to do. But then you see that he's lining up a fight with Chris Eubank. So if should he, he should get past Dennis Hogan. He should stop Dennis Hogan. But at the end of the day, he get past Dennis Hogan. What happens after that is he wants, who does he want? Chris Eubank Jr. I think Chris Eubank has enough smoke to hurt and beat Charlo. But you never know with the PBC because you know how robberies are. But at the end of the day, let's examine why these four fighters make sense for Canelo. All of these guys are at 168 pounds. Canelo moving down from 175 to 168 makes perfect sense. So before Canelo Alvarez fought Sergey Kovalev, they said, oh, he would never fight Billy Joe Saunders. He has too slick of a style. Oh, Canelo Alvarez would never fight Callum Smith. He's too big and too strong. Why are you going up there beating on Kovalev? So Canelo comes down and said, okay, I'll fight one of these guys. Everybody say, no, these are cherry picks. You can't cherry pick a sitting undefeated world champion. You simply can't do it. You know it. You know it, and you got to understand that 168 is still a weight class above where Canelo Alvarez usually fights at. See, these dudes are casuals. They don't understand. Canelo belongs at 160. He's not even really tall enough to be fighting these guys at 168 and 175. He's going above and beyond. Let's be honest and unbiased about it. Fanboy alert. We got Peter Quillen in the building, everybody. And she don't know her sport says, if y'all have your own boxing community, why do you say salute like the LDBC? Why don't you come up with another greeting for the NBBC? I don't get y'all. First of all, troll, let me explain to you. You would think somebody with an edge up like his. Look, first of all, this dude got the worst Stephen A. Smith edge up impression I've ever seen. You got your baby Stephen A. Smith on, and you want to come in here and talk about our greetings. We can say salute. The LDBC don't own salute, idiot. Do you not realize salute comes from any and every military genre? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Salute. So the LDBC owns salute? See, you got to understand, anybody coming here looking like the 40-year-old virgin can't criticize anything we do at the IBFP, cannot criticize anything we do at the IBFP. You got to understand, this Peter Quillen lookalike, this dude don't know nothing about boxing but want to troll. You can't troll me with a beat-up edge up. You can't troll me with a beat-up edge up. You're going to have to go and get your lineup fixed, then come back and talk to me because you ain't stated a fact. You're going to get bodied today, and we're not going to play. You're the same clown that said Sergey Kovalev was going to, they said Anthony Yarde was going to beat Sergey Kovalev. You said Anthony Yarde is going to beat Sergey Kovalev. Then when he lost, you said, oh, Canelo just going to cherry pick this guy. Then you said it was a fix. How can it be a fix and a cherry pick? Canelo Alvarez is just great, and you don't want to respect it. Salute to IOTBA Boxing. Salute to IOTBA, Mr. 214 in the building. These dudes don't want the truth, but don't worry, I'll give you the truth. Don't worry, you'll get the truth whether you like it or not. Salute. He knows the sport. Go ahead and make another fat loss video. I see you up there eating those Popeyes chicken sandwiches, getting plump. Stop playing with me. Because we're going to be honest and unbiased. See, he knows this sport disappeared from the chat when I start calling him out. See, this dude can't even come back. So Dre Boxing, Dr. Boxing, I'm sorry, says Canelo only fight Euros. Scared to death to lose against Charlo or Andrade. Now, first of all, this is how you know Dr. Boxing it should be called Dr. Pepper because this dude don't want no smoke. He don't know anything about the sport. The first thing this dude is talking about, Canelo only fights Euros. Is Danny Jacob a European? Because he fought him in a title unification, but you're trying to make a correlation that he never fights Americans. And he just fought Danny Jacobs in a unification fight. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did he fight Floyd Mayweather? Some of the biggest fights of his career, title fights, unification fights, were against Americans. You just killed your own point. You made yourself come on here look like a casual and an idiot. But fighting a sitting world champion is a problem? And why would you be scared to lose against Charlo and Andrade? These dudes represent no real challenge. Demetrius Andrade was dropped by Vinas Martirosyan. If you think Vinas Martirosyan can time you and find you, you don't think Canelo can? Jamal Charlo was beaten like a rag doll against Matt Korobov. Stop playing with yourself, boy. See, these dudes don't want the truth. They don't want the real, and he knows the sport. Clown, step back up in here. Step back up in there, and we can body. Step back up in there. Come on now. And then Willie Williams, who's on that Jarrell Miller juice, he says, who you haven't heard of since that fight. Your own people on the show said Benavidez had no backup movement after that leg shot. He said he didn't want to fight Porter. Bud said it in an interview. Bud did say he wasn't interested in fighting Porter first. He wants the best in the division, which is the world champion. Him and Porter has a good working relationship, but he called out Sean Porter. Go do your research. Pull up Google, undo the dreads, and get off the Jarrell Miller juice, and you'll find it. Bud Crawford said he openly wants to smoke with Sean Porter and everybody at 147. He wants everybody. He wanted Porter. He actually said before he lost the belt to Spence, he said he wanted him in a unification fight right away. See, this is the problem with these guys. These dudes have temporary amnesia. And I don't know if it's the amnesia or the dreads that got this dude juiced up. Let's be honest and unbiased. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Who wants some smoke? Who wants some smoke? DT3 in the building. DT3 the Boone man. Mr. God Squad himself. You know what it is. Anybody wants some smoke, come get it, because I'm not playing. I am not playing. Anybody that want it, you can come get it. Step up to the chat. If you got a wrench, don't time anybody out. I'm not timing anybody out. If there's a fanboy on the channel that wants to smoke, come get it now. Come get it now. Come on now. You're absolutely right. They hate the IBFP because they know we bringing nothing but facts. And if you can debunk me, you can expose me, then expose me. You got the whole IBFP nation sitting right here. And if you can expose me, expose me. Expose me and expose me. Expose me right now. Expose me right now, because you can't name one fighter that Canelo Alvarez, is fighting that's not top level. He's fighting world champions. He's fighting unification fights. He's fighting the best in the division in Triple G. Come on now, stop playing. Stop playing. The same people that said Triple G, was a bad fight for Canelo, the same ones begging for a part 3 saying, oh, he's ducking Triple G. Come on now. Come on now. Smoke ENT said, I tried to and you blocked me. First of all, I don't even know who you is. I don't know who you is. I don't know who you is. But you must be smoking something to come in here and say something that's stupid. Why would I need to block a nobody? Why would I need to block somebody who own mama don't care about him? Why would I need to block you, clown? So step in the chat with a fact and we can debate. Because that's the problem. These dudes want to get on here and they want to talk all this trash, but they don't want to come in here and state no facts. If you want to come in here, don't make accusations you can't back up. Come in here and speak some facts. Salute to the entire UGC Black Horseman promotion. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. The UGC boxing channel, the absolute truth. Unbiased or biased boxing talk. We're just not going to play with these dudes. We're not going to play with these dudes. If these dudes got a problem, you want to debate me, you say I'm not talking about anything, well, come debate me. Expose me. Expose me. You said everything I lie, everything I say is a lie. Well, go ahead and expose me. See, I'm not blocking anybody. If you got a wrench, do not block anybody. Let these people come to the forefront, and I will bless them with facts. We will bless you with facts. That's the new IBFP shirt. Blessing you with facts. Because that's what you're going to get blessed with. You're going to come to church today. I'm not going to play with you. You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. These dudes don't want it. And these dudes are still holding on to Deontay Wilder's you know what. Now, come on now. Where's the Deontay Wilder numbers at? Because the first thing that they had was the Errol Spence, Sean Porter numbers. They came out with those the next day. But the Wilder's number, you can't find those anywhere. Why can't you find Deontay Wilder's, numbers, pay-per-view numbers? Because we know they've only done 45 pay-per-views in a chicken dinner. We know that's what they've done. 45 pay-per-view buys in a chicken dinner, and these dudes don't want to release the numbers. Release the numbers, clown. Release the numbers. We know they don't want the smoke. These dudes don't want it. These dudes do not want it. Come on now. If you can expose me, if I'm a fraud, I don't speak no truth, then come out here and expose me. Expose me. Tell me why Deontay Wilder got schooled for 12 rounds against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got dropped in 2 rounds and got up and still schooled Wilder for the rest of those rounds. Stop playing. Come on now. Come on now. TBA says, Black Flag fan said Fox don't care about pay-per-view numbers. First of all, anybody in the LDBC that want to get on here and debate, I promise you, you would get destroyed. So this is an open invitation to any and everybody on the LDBC, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. If you want to debate the IBFP on absolute facts, you can get it. You can get it. He Knows His Sport says, why are your folks placing me on a timeout? If anybody has a wrench, do not place Mr. Beat Up Edge Up on a timeout. Do not place He Knows His Sport on a timeout. I want him to be able to say any and everything he can say, because we understand that He Knows His Sport is clout chasing. We understand that He Knows His Sport don't know anything about boxing. This is the same dude that made a 100 video series saying that Sean Porter was going to get bulldozed by Errol Spence. Then Errol Spence gets bulldozed the first 6 rounds, and this dude goes silent. So anybody with a beat up edge up can't talk boxing to me. That's period. Your edge up can't be beat up. Your edge up taking a beating, but I'm supposed to take a listen to your boxing knowledge. Come on now, stop playing. How your edge up getting beat up, but I'm supposed to listen to what you got to say? I can't focus on you. What you're saying? Your edge up is beat up. Come on now. Stop playing. These dudes don't want the truth. He Knows His Sport. Why are you not trying to debunk any of my facts? Debunk me. Expose me. You said you were going to expose me. Well, go ahead and expose me. I see He Knows His Sport got his sidekick, Uncle Tom Ross. If Uncle Tom Ross wants some smoke, tell him step in the chat. He'll get bodied right now. I don't want to play with anybody. Hold on. Hold on. He Knows His Sport says Sean Porter did get bulldozed. Notice how he looked bloated. He got knocked out in the 11th round. First of all, Sean Porter glove hit the canvas and got right back up and went back at him. You don't know nothing about boxing, my brother. And then here's another problem with He Knows His Sport. How did you get bulldozed? Getting bulldozed is getting knocked out. Getting bulldozed is not being able to get up. Errol Spence was the one who looked like he was in a second car wreck after that Sean Porter fight. Stop playing, boy. This dude don't want the truth. This dude don't want the truth. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. See, these dudes don't want the truth. They don't want the absolute facts. They don't, because you don't realize facts can't be biased. Facts cannot be biased. You know what I mean? Like Errol Spence looking like he got out of second car crash when he got out of the fight with Sean Porter. Come on, stop playing. We only giving you facts whether you want to hear them or not. We know that. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people had to fight as a robbery. I did too. I felt like Errol Spence lost the majority of the first half. And then people were saying, I don't think the knockdown was enough to save him. This dude went life and death with Sean Porter, whether you had him winning or losing. He went life or death with Sean Porter, and there ain't nothing you can say to change that fact. Nothing. The only thing you can worry about changing is that beat up edge up. Stop playing. Salute to Trav in the building. Salute. He says, you being emotional right now, the best one to debate in the division is Errol Spence. If he the best, why he's scared to fight, Terrence Bud Crawford? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. This dude said Errol Spence Jr. won 8 rounds against Sean Porter. That's why he's delusional. That's why he's delusional. Come on now. Stop playing. If Errol Spence had to be told to pull his panties down and fight Terrence Crawford and sign a contract. Errol Spence was called out to his face. To his face. This dude is on the same level of Leo Santa Cruz in ducking the real smoke. And He Knows His Sport, ducking DT3 to boom, man. Stop playing. He's ducking DT3. He refused to step up against DT3. He refused to step up against IOTBA. IOTBA called him out the other week. Stop playing. These dudes is duck sauce. These dudes is duck sauce. And I'll tell you what, I'll host the chat right here on the IBFP Raw Saturday. He Knows His Sport versus DT3 the Boom Man. 1-on-1, no playing. These dudes got absolute duck season. If He Knows His Sport wants it, you can come get it. Because you ain't stating any facts. You're not stating any facts. Look at this dude. He says Spence gave Porter the best knockdown. This guy's an absolute idiot. He's an absolute idiot. His glove touched the canvas. Against Sean Porter, against Adrian Broner, he actually went all the way back. Adrian Broner dropped Sean Porter better than Errol Spence. And how are you the boogeyman and Adrian Broner is what up in you? Come on now. Come on. You don't want to hear the truth? You don't want to hear the truth? See, you see what you do is you get on here and you want to talk about your long lost love, Errol Spence. That's what you want to do. There's more than one fighter in the game, and we know that Spence don't want no smoke. We know that. Spence don't want no smoke unless there are drink and ice involved. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. But, Errol Spence supposed to bulldoze Sean Porter but couldn't knock out Mikey. You look stupid. You look stupid. Come on now. And then you got this dude over here defending Tank Davis. Anybody out here defending a Teletubby like Gervonta Tank Davis should be ashamed of themselves. Should be ashamed. Did you defending a Teletubby? You defending a Teletubby? You defending a dude? Let me explain to you about this. You defending a man that want to fight an old beat up Gamboa, a Gamboa who's been knocked out multiple times, a Gamboa who's already washed. Stop defending him. You want to defend a Deontay Wilder who fought out of all of his fights, only 2 top 10 rated opponents and didn't look like a monster fighting them. He looked terrible, terrible. Tyson Fury took this boy to school. That was the first fight you see that he didn't scream bomb squad. Stop playing. These dudes don't want the truth. These dudes don't want the truth. And then all he does is hate on Canelo Alvarez. Oh, why are you hating on Canelo Alvarez? I know why you hating on Canelo. Because you know Spence Canelo is not a fight that anybody would ever want to see. Because we all know Spence gets stopped in 6 rounds. He will not go past 6 rounds with Canelo Alvarez. That fight's done. If you going life and death with Sean Porter, what do you think Canelo going to do? He going to put that boy to sleep. He going to put him to sleep. That'll be a 3rd car wreck. Stop playing. You don't want that. You don't want that. That's why he's staying away from Boogeyman Bud Crawford. That's why he stopped mentioning Canelo Alvarez. These dudes don't want any smoke. He knows his sport is on Google trying to think of what to say, trying to think of what to do. He's backed into a corner because he don't know boxing. Come on, step up. If you got something you need to say, get it off your chest. We debunking all narratives, all lies, and bringing you nothing but facts. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. See, now all of a sudden, absolutely, Barker rated, these dudes don't care about the pay-per-view numbers now, but before they did. Before they did. And then how are you bragging on Errol Spence pay-per-view numbers and this dude didn't hit 500,000? And then talk about, what, did you not see? Did you not see that Mikey Garcia sold those tickets in Dallas, not Errol Spence? And you couldn't even get these people a show by stopping a dude moving up 2 weight class. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. He knows the sport. Get off Google. Hit the barber, fix your edge up, and come back with some facts. And then we can debate. See, these dudes don't want the real smoke. These dudes don't want the real smoke. These dudes do not want the real smoke. That's what I'm saying. These dudes don't want the real smoke. She don't know her sport says, not true. Isn't Bud having promo issues with Top Rank now? I've been saying this for months. He's on the wrong side of the street. His interest in Bud and Bomac validated what I said in their issue with Bob. First of all, they just want the biggest and best fights. And even Terrence Crawford just said in a recent interview, moron, that he has no promotional issue with Bob Arum. Bob Arum can't make these dudes want to take the fight, idiot. See, this is the problem when you got to beat up edge up. You can't even focus on the facts. You got to get out your feelings to read the real facts. This is why you don't know anything about boxing. This is why. This is why you make yourself look like a clown. Again, you go make another weight loss or smoothie video. Boxing is not your thing. It is not your thing. It is not your thing. Come on now. Now look at this. Augustine says Spence versus Porter. Come on now. Come on. We know that these dudes, why is Terrence Crawford making more money than Errol Spence? Errol Spence made a guaranteed $2 million versus Sean Porter. Explain that to me. Terrence Crawford made over $5 million plus against Amir Khan. Amir Khan made more than Errol Spence guaranteed last fight. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And he knows the sports. Explain this. Explain this. Why are you hiding your subs? Because the 3 people you got following you don't even believe what you're saying. It's you, your mama, and your boyfriend. Stop playing. These dudes don't want the truth. These dudes don't want the truth. If you support the IBFP, if you support IBFP Raw, go ahead, hit the like button, get the likes up, because we can go another notch. We can go a little bit harder, and we can be 100% factual. Anybody got something to say, we can just say it. And we can, big up to Yasmin. Salute, salute. We already know what you're talking about. That's what he knows. The sports knows. That's what he knows. We're not going to play with these dudes. We're not going to play with these dudes. How's Bud Crawford making more money than you and you're on pay-per-view every fight now? What are we talking about? Bud Crawford's getting guaranteed purses. What are we talking about? Money bigger than yours. Why is Amir Khan making more than you? Come on now. Oh, now he says Canelo isn't on the wrong side of the street. Come on now. Come on now. You can't duck somebody who's never been made a mandatory. He's never been made a mandatory, idiot. Show me where Jamal Charlo has been made a mandatory for Canelo Alvarez, moron. And show me that, because you can't, because he was made a mandatory for Triple G. Triple G. And Canelo Alvarez didn't vacate a belt. The WBC elevated him, idiot. You don't understand. But you notice that it's the same thing when he knows the sport. He don't bring that same energy to the PBC belt. When the PBC belt come out and they say Spence and, Gervonta Teletubby Davis, Deontay Wilder, all of these dudes, they want to fight for a PBC belt, but nobody want to say anything. Nobody want to say anything about it. But we give you the absolute facts. You's a coward, bro. You's a coward. You's a coward. You's a coward. You stay getting debunked. You stay getting exposed. You stay getting beat by unbiased facts. Facts cannot be biased. Facts cannot be biased. Why is nobody talking about the PBC belt? Everybody, and when the franchise belt came out, everybody had all these things to say. All these things to say. Oh, Loma's going to duck Haney. Loma still wants to smoke. He didn't say he wouldn't fight Haney. Haney just calling him out. So we can still see that fight. We can still see that fight. And Canelo Alvarez was never mandated to fight Jamal Charlo. Stop playing. But you know what? He's still on the DAZN approved list for a fight. Stop playing. We know what's real. We know what's real. Anybody defending the PBC belt or ignoring it is a fanboy, because you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. So explain this to me. She don't know her sport. What mandatory is he ducking? Because Charlo was never made mandatory. So explain to me, that fight was never mandated. It was only mandated to fight Triple G. So what mandatory was he ducking, idiot? See, this is the problem. You got a guy that don't know boxing. He does not know boxing. This is the same idiot that has Deontay Wilder pound for pound #1. And see, that's the problem. You dissed the NBBC. Now you got to see the Boom Man. IBFP Raw Saturday. Come debate the Boom Man, and I guarantee you the Boom Man bodies you. Stop it. These dudes don't want it. These dudes don't want it. These dudes don't want the facts. These dudes don't want the facts. And I'm giving you the facts. The baby on facts. The baby on facts. Pez says, Loma versus Haney prediction. I think that's a 50-50 fight, personally. I've seen Vasyl Lomachenko, and I like Loma. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's an elite fighter. But at the same time, I think Haney's something different. People can try to look past on Haney, but look, I'm going to tell you this. Vasyl Lomachenko was hurt against Alito. He was hurt against Jorge Linares. He was hurt against Luke Campbell. What makes you think that Devin Haney doesn't have a chance? That's the problem with these guys. I appreciate that comment, Pez. You're a real one. Come on now, let's stop playing. Devin Haney got a chance, and Devin Haney is big, strong, has reach, and power. He is going to bring Vasyl Lomachenko issues that nobody has brought him. Devin Haney is a problem. Whether you want to agree with him, whether you like him, no matter how you feel, we don't care about how your feeling feels. We're telling you what it is. That's what we're telling you. That's what we're telling you. Forget how you feel. Charlo fighting this weekend, there's no promotion. Nobody even know Jamal Tune-Up Charlo is fighting another tune-up fighter moving up in weight. But let me tell you the interesting thing about Jamal Charlo fighting Dennis Hogan on Saturday. Let me explain this to you. Jamal Charlo fighting Dennis Hogan. And I kind of see the fight going a few ways. I think Charlo should ice him. I think Charlo should stop him. As a guy moving up in weight, you should stop him. But let's just say he doesn't stop Hogan. Then they're going to rob Hogan on the cards. Because if he doesn't stop Hogan, Hogan's got too much lateral movement for this guy, and he's going to cause Charlo a problem. So Charlo better stop him, or he's getting exposed yet again. That's really what's going to happen. That's really what's going to happen. That's really what's going to happen. Devin Haney is an absolute problem. Everybody, we got R. Kelly in the building. Dre Spector boxing. He agree Haney is a problem. That's the smartest thing you'd have never said, Dre. I appreciate that. Salute. 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 We only want to give these guys absolute facts, absolute truth, and only give you what's real. Only give you what's real. Jamal Charlo is going to be on Showtime. I didn't even know Showtime was still doing boxing. These dudes don't put out nothing but garbage. But you see Bias, Ego, and all these LDBC fanboys want to come out here and talk about DAZN. DAZN's giving you the best fights. What are we talking about? Come on, what are we talking about? Absolutely. Robbery promotions. Absolutely. Truth is the new hate. Salute to Tim. Salute to Tim. Come on now, these dudes don't want the absolute facts. Tank the Teletubby Davis is fighting a washed and beat up Gamboa. Who wants to see that? Why are you not trying to fight Devin Haney? Why are you not trying to fight Teofimo, Vasil Lomachenko? You calling out Josh Taylor because we know you are not going to fight him. We know you. We know you. And I'm going to ask you this. Anybody in the chat that want to debate, here's your chance. This is what we call free smoke with the IBFP right now. Free smoke with the IBFP right now. Who wants it? Step up right now. Anybody. Anybody. Who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Willie Jarrell Miller Juice Williams comes out and states, how did Charlo end up with the belt if he wasn't next up in line for Canelo? See, this is why you got to pay attention, Willie. I can tell you didn't do too good in school. See, there's a difference between being mandated to fight somebody, which means the fight was ordered to happen by a certain date or you get stripped, or being a #1 contender. That's completely different. And just because you're the #1 contender doesn't mean you automatically fight the fighter next. Look at Yordenis Ugas. He won a title eliminator to fight Errol Spence next. And guess what? They skipped over him to make Danny Garcia the mandatory against Errol Spence. They're trying to protect Danny Garcia. Charlo was never mandated for Canelo. He was mandated for Triple G, and then he lost his belt. That's the problem when you look at a guy like Willie Williams. He spent too much time on his dreads, too much time on the Jarrell Miller juice, and not enough time understanding the fine points of boxing. Let's be honest and unbiased. So like I said, anybody out here, anybody that wants some free smoke with the IBFP, please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know. We ready for anybody. Anybody want the free smoke, come get it. Come on now. Salute. If Willie Williams don't get his Stella got a groove back, salute to Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk. Salute to Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk. Anybody want the free smoke with the IBFP? Here's your chance. Because I don't want to see any comments, people coming after the video and saying, oh, well, this and that. No, step in right now and come get the smoke. See, this is the problem. I call these dudes out. I call these clowns out. I tell them, come get the smoke. I give them facts. I tell them what they don't want to hear. And then they have all these issues. But did you leave me a 10-page note? Don't leave me a 10-page note. Leave that for your girl who's cheating on you. Leave that for her. Don't leave that to me. Because when I called you to the table to state your facts, you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. Anybody want to smoke? See, that's the problem with these dudes. These dudes don't want the facts. They don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. And who do you favor to beat Canelo Alvarez right now anyway? You mean to tell me if they made a Canelo Charlo, you favoring Charlo? You stupid. You mean to tell me if they favor, they make a Canelo Andrade, you're favoring Andrade? You stupid. These dudes don't want to smoke. Daquan, you want to talk? Speak up, Daquan. It looked like your mama fell asleep on the keyboard when she named you, boy. Come on now. I see you looking in the mirror. You trying to be tough. You not tough, Daquan. So if you want to step and name some facts, come get it. Come get it. I'm going to give you number of facts all the day, Daquan. Step up. Come on now, step up. Step up. We're ready. We're ready. Come on now. See, these dudes don't want the absolute truth. They don't want the absolute facts. And that's all we're trying to bring you. The absolute truth and the absolute facts. Daquan, if you want to talk, state your facts and I will address you. State your facts. I will address you. And you can start getting exposed right now. Come on, Daquan. You said you wanted to smoke. You said you wanted. You tough, right? You taking a picture in the mirror with your mama iPhone. Look at this dude. How you taking a picture in the mirror with your mama iPhone? At least go get you one. Cut some yards. Step up to the plate. Flip a burger. You might get promoted to the fries, Daquan. Come on now. You came on here and tell me to let you talk. Well, step up to the plate. Don't back down now, Daquan. And take your little brother hoodie off. Stop playing. These dudes don't want it. We just going to give you nothing but the facts, nothing but the truth. We're bringing you absolute free smoke today, and I don't have anything to play with. These dudes don't want the truth. These dudes absolutely don't want it. Salute to DT3, the NBBC, the UGC, IOTBA, the IBFP. This is another edition of Raw. Salute. Signing out. These fanboys don't want it.